Welcome to Almost D&D, a tabletop role-playing podcast where three of my best friends hang out in my basement and attempt to play Dungeons & Dragons. Most of the time, I am your host and Dungeon Master, Devin Allard. Rotating clockwise around this large and egregiously sized table, we have...
I'm Rob, Azorob.
I'm Chris Krugel.
And I'm Jeff Rathos.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Easy Roller Dice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a unique shop for dice sets and accessories, check out Easy Roller Dice. They have all types of dice, such as hollow, metal, stone, and sprinkle. They also have a great selection of unique dice trays and cups. While you're there, enter in the promo Almost D&D. That's all one word, all lowercase, Almost D-N-D for 20% off your purchase. Guys, 20% off. I mean, that's unbelievable. Go do it right now. Thank me later.
I'm sure they will. Our other sponsor of the night is Misty Mountain Gaming. They have all sorts of different dice. They have dice bags. They have all sorts of paraphernalia. And my favorite is the handcrafted mimics that they have. These wooden mimics. Ours is named Momo. We have adopted Momo the mimic. 10% off of each purchase using the promo code AlmostD&D, believe it or not. So, yeah.
We last left off. Our three brave and wise heroes had just finished a team-building exercise of sorts. Citing their bouts of trust issues, Rathos suggested that they, our trio, and their draconic companions go out drinking on the town. That by the town they mean a tucked-away tavern in the woods to the north of the Dead Forest. While there, Rushhorn and Bannock got into an altercation and subsequently destroyed the tavern. While the trio made sure the patrons were okay, Group Small approached them and told them that someone back in the Dead Forest demands their audience. Getting back to their encampment, the trio found Nordove Genwin, head of the Domitian Grand Library, waiting for them. She informed them that Xandar mounts an offensive against them and will arrive in 1 day's time. So we pick up, probably nighttime. I'm going to put on some nighttime ambience.
All right, Nordove. How the hell did you get here?
On this horse.
And yeah, but how'd you know we were here? Also, I don't even know if we can trust you. Like, I don't know if we trust anyone at this point that has ever been associated with Xandar, or you for that matter, because your dad, if that was your dad, turned out to be Xandar. Well, there you go.
Did you say is or is not?
It was not, you idiot.
Don't take that tone with him.
Yeah, don't take that tone with me.
What kind of a foolish question is that?
Don't ask stupid questions, Rob. You're embarrassing us.
All right, listen.
Take that tone with him.
Now you're taking the tone with me. What is this? What is with the tone? Is some type of bardic thing? You got a nice little tone. All right, the
Tone deaf.
That's it.
Nailed it.
All right, it was a valid question because we weren't sure. Obviously, we know who we saw back in the cell was not your father, but we didn't know if there was another.
Is Smitty even real?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately not.
Who is your dad?
Fortunately. It's none of your business at the moment.
Well, if we're going to build trust...
Do you really want to go over my family tree when we have 19 hours and 59 minutes?
Sounds like you need a drink. No, I'm just kidding. Rathos is going to go, hearing that, he's going to go find, the nearest barrel of water or, body of water and just dunk. He's just going to dunk his head.
Yeah,
in cold
okay.
water.
Yeah, so some of the dragons are, a little woozy.
I'm walking up to all... Are they all in human form?
Probably to make it easier to trudge through the forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some water in my hands. I'm just going to run down the line of them and start slapping in the face to snap them out of it.
Okay. Make a performance check.
All right, it's an 18. So
Damn.
Performance, -2, 16.
With a 16, that's still really good. You managed to snap them all out of somewhat drunken stupor. They went from, hammered to buzzed a bit, so they're they're coherent, but they're still some of them are giggling oh, Xandar's coming oh. That's definitely Plaz. He's
I hope I slapped the glasses off his face.
He doesn't wear glasses.
I thought he did. He
None of
sounds
them.
like he should.
He probably
He does sound like you should.
when you say it, yeah.
We got to find him some glasses. Completes the disguise.
Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I have some questions for you.
I believe you. I would imagine you do. Yes,
Yeah.
Zorob.
Are you in on it with Xandar, or are you out of it? Were you part of the plan, or were you just stuck in between? Why are you here?
I was.
What is going on?
Do you want me to answer?
I want answers now. I'm frustrated. I loved Smitty.
She's going to look at you two, at Krugel and
Yeah, I'm back
Rathos,
by now. I'm walking back.
and she's going to just point at Zorob
Can I go over and try to slap him in the face?
Yes, do whatever the fuck you want, man.
I rolled a 4.
It's a miss. For sure.
Plus, but unarmed strikes plus like 7, so
Oh,
What's your armor class?
it's not high enough.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still miss.
yeah. It's like, hey, he gave me this necklace, and I felt like he chose me, and we were bonding, and I was very, very disheartened to find.
Do you know why he chose you, Zorob?
Because you're a fucking idiot! Oh, boy. My temper's getting out of control.
I was going to say gullible, Kugel. But it about sums it up. You fell for it, Zorob.
I did. I fell for it hard. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me ask you another question. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna ask you more questions. Why did you go through all that?
All of what? To protect my skin?
No,
Is that what you mean by all of that?
No, if Xandar was with you at that very moment, why didn't he do something then? Why go through the charade?
When your enemy is making a mistake, you don't interrupt them. You were laying out exactly where you were. You were laying out all of your weaponry, and she motions to the dragons. She said, you told him where your encampment is. You told him how big your army is, where your army is. And he just sat back and soaked it all up. So now...
You said all that?
I think we all did. That was kind of a bad look looking back.
Now,
We really liked him.
I understand. Of course you liked him.
Yeah.
Because he is a master manipulator.
Yeah.
And you trusted him, which is exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not faulting you for what you did. You thought it was a trustworthy person, and any person would have fallen for the same ruse. That's what makes Xandar so powerful, is he is a master manipulator. However, he's still immortal, and he can still be killed, which I really hope you're going to do in 19 hours and 58 minutes.
I'm so confused. You want him dead?
Yes, because I believe that you are going to... I can't believe I'm saying this.
Say it.
But I believe in the Dragon Riders. There, are you happy? I said it.
All right.
Wow.
We're in.
I believe that Xandar is a blight on this continent, and that you will burn him out.
All right. Enough foreplay. It's time to get down to business.
I want a little more foreplay.
All right. One more piece of foreplay.
He's not used to it.
I know. Just a little bit.
So I'm just trying to understand. I'm getting information, okay? So what? Xandar walked up to you and said, "Hey, I'm gonna like pretend to be your dad," and you were like, "That's cool."
No, he just said play along, or else.
Or else, that's different. So he's strong. So he strong-armed you.
Yes.
I'm trying to find out if you were part of the plan, or if you were forced into the plan.
If I was part of the plan, why would I be telling you Xandar's movements right now?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
He is a master manipulator. You never can tell.
Yeah, or it's like snip, snap, snip.
All right, you two listen.
Okay.
So, again, I know there's trust issues here. Why would she warn us so we can prepare? What if he is coming, but like she's fighting with him? Well, we still get a day to prepare with that information instead of being completely blindsided.
I have a great compromise because I think you're right too. I think that we will take all of this into consideration. Any other words of wisdom you'd like to give, Nordav, that'd be great. I don't think, just due to our history, I think if this all turns out to be true, you've earned our trust. But right now, we're probably going to make some plans and not inform you of everything.
Good.
Does that make sense? Right?
Yes, because then
Yes,
if I'm
that's
captured,
logical and-
I cannot be forced to tell them
There
the
you go.
plans.
And you can't run if this is some ruse. So
Right.
we thank you. Like I said, if this is all true, you've earned our trust. Is there anything else we need to know?
He has devastating weapons.
What kind of weaponry? What are we talking? Like our dragon friends got shot down with some. You're talking about those things? More
Probably
than those
that.
things?
More of those.
More of those. Okay.
I don't know how many.
That's what I was going to ask. How many people? What are we talking here in terms of size of the army?
The size
Did
of
you
the...
see it? What?
I did not see it, but looking around, she peruses she looks around at all the people gathering around her now.
What does she see when she looks out? Like, what's
It's
our
just a
Dead Force
hodgepodge.
ramble?
It's just a hodgepodge of
Okay.
people. Just like, you've got everything.
It's the Bad News Bears of armies.
Yeah, it's just, you've got, like, like high elf, like super regal people that are like, even though they live in the forest, they're still keeping their threads nice and clean. You've got some blacksmiths. You've got the whole small clan of kobolds. You've Splinter Legs. You've got Thistles there. It's just like a hodgepodge of people, just a motley crew of people. She says, due to all the going-ons in Gameta, thanks to you as well as Amricor, you have spread his forces thin. So what approaches is not comparable in size to what you have here. However, they are, as you know, the automatons. Going to be more of a handful.
Okay. Where are they coming from? Or where in let me back up. How did you get the info?
I have eyes and ears.
We do too.
Yes, Zorob, yes. I have eyes and ears all around Terra.
Okay.
My trustworthy sources have told me this.
Gotcha. Where are they coming from?
The north, Talence's Gate.
Just straight north. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know anything about their tactics? Are they going to try and surround it? Are they going to burn us out? And we are in a dead forest. Are they just marching in? What have you heard anything?
They appear to be marching in, and they are, if I were to guess, I would say that they are going to try to surround you, push you all the way back to
Into
the sea.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else? Krugel, this is your home. Anything you need to know from her before we talk?
Nope. Group.
Okay.
Yes.
Nordov. Wait.
No, I'm acting on right now.
I know. We need Nordov gone. Okay, Nordov, thank you so much.
Okay.
We don't want you around.
I'm going to
hear
crouch
this.
down to talk down to group like I usually do.
Okay.
Hands on knees,
Yeah.
knees bent at a 30
Quietly,
degree
so Nordov can't hear.
Listen, you little.
we need. You've never let me down, group.
Group try.
We need you to make some kind of trench trap, so we can fall back, and if we need to retreat, and then that way. Or how far can you dig underground and not be noticed?
Far.
Do you think you could dig around or maybe behind, try to cut off the army with a little trench trap so that if I'm assuming their weapons that shoot down the dragons are going to be on maybe metal beasts, maybe wooden beasts, so we can do what we did a long time ago and make them fall in the trap to try to.
Wait, you're onto something. We
have to act.
Let's. All right, hear me out.
Yeah.
Couple things. First, I think we need to ask for volunteers because not everyone's probably going to want to stay and fight. Anyone that doesn't needs to go ahead and head towards the sea and try to get the fuck out. Second, I like that. Let's dig a tunnel, a tunnel that's deep enough or has enough support that they can walk over it, but we can fill it with anything that can explode or anything like that. And then we light a fire, and the whole thing just goes up around them, and then they're stuck where we want them. And then our dragons can just rain down on them, theoretically. Right?
Okay.
So let's entrap them.
Okay, well, I mean, I can use my Wraith Explosion to try to make everything go boom.
Is there any... Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. We have 19 hours. Explosives. Group, trap, small... What the hell is your name? Group, thank you.
Do we have any of that flash powder still?
You have just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Isn't it like
Still in your pockets.
in my pockets?
Yeah, it's in yours, I believe.
It's like you look back and there's just a trail everywhere I walk. Like flash powder.
That's how they know they're coming for us. Yeah. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Scooby-Doo.
Is there any way we can build this thing to where when half of their army has crossed, we want to separate them, right? We want to try and get half of their army in one spot and half their army in the other. So we're dealing with smaller numbers. Is there any way we can dig a tunnel and then when the time is right, make it collapse?
Maybe we could make pitfall trap
Okay.
for a whole army.
I guess the question then is how do we spring that when we want to?
That would be based on heavy weight,
Okay.
heaviness.
Okay.
So many men walk on and trap fall.
Or giant dragon killing machine, right?
Yes.
Okay. A couple thoughts. One, that seems like a no-brainer. We get a bunch of pit traps built. Two, once again, we ask for volunteers, and anyone not willing to fight needs to get the fuck out because they're just going to be in the way.
Yes.
Yep.
Or be turned by Xandar once he gives whatever speech he's going to give because he's going to give a speech.
Yeah.
3, do we need, and I know you guys didn't like this last time, but honestly, it got a dragon killed, but do we need to be a little bit of a bait and have our remaining army to the east and west, and when our pit traps fall, they come in?
Yes.
A left and right flank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Flanking, yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Those are my initial thoughts. I don't know what else to do.
Archers in the trees.
Archers in the trees.
Rushhorn is going to speak up. I love this plan. Put them inside jaws like my own. And he snaps his jaws shut. Even though he's in human form, he still does it.
It's unsettling when you're an old man.
His dentures fall out. I think it's a good plan. Not my only concern. I just hope it works because I don't think there's a good backup if it doesn't work.
Okay,
right.
Let's do this before we solidify that. Group, can you go round up? We need thick thistle. We need is it tree beard, tree bark? What's his name? Mr. Splinterlegs. Sorry, I've got Lord of the Rings. Can you go Splinterlegs, thick thistle, round up all the dragons? Is there anyone else that you think should be in the War Council that may have some input or some ability that can help us out? I'm asking the group.
Or you're asking all
Yeah,
of us?
I don't know.
I don't
Have
know
I forgotten
either.
anybody?
I think that's probably
If you can find a
everyone
mage
we
from
have.
Gameta, if there's anyone from Gameta that's really good at magic, that would be great.
I'm good at magic.
I'm picturing
You're
Zorab
the-
going like, pew!
No.
I did it.
What I'm thinking is if you can find someone who is a leader of each thing, that we could start to organize the troops, right? So we get someone who's good at magic, start rounding up and making a group of mages, right? We get someone who's really good with the Fey folk. We get them working, right?
Now, are you going to have it grouped off by like the mages on one side? Or are you going to have a mage in each group?
I don't know, right? So we have to talk about that, but that's we need to kind of start to get organized.
We need to just start gathering them.
Okay.
Krugel, do you have, as a ranger, the ability to befriend a large amount of animals or anything like that?
Possibly, but I had better ideas.
Okay.
I'm focused more on the dragon weapons,
Okay.
so I have a plan.
Okay.
Group, can you go round up? I think the list is mage, Fey. You mentioned high elf and any mortal man, essentially, right? That seems to be a good group of people, right?
And the kobolds.
And group speaks for the kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
speak for
Really,
kobolds.
we don't want all the people. We just want anyone who would be considered a leader, like or of because you've been in the camp longest. Anyone that you would consider a leader, get them over here because we need to chat.
Okay.
Okay.
So he goes tropping off.
Rushhorn, are the dragons around?
Oh, yeah, they're
All
right around you.
All right, everybody, huddle up here.
Plaz comes walking in.
Let's
He's like, oh, this is just so exciting.
I think this is going to go well.
It's
Plaz.
going to go
We got
well.
a good plan
I
now.
mean, you guys are...
Exciting, huh? You think the idea of more likely meeting our demise is exciting?
All right,
No.
not now.
You have to think like that. The best fighters are the ones who are fighting for their lives.
Great.
Not for fun.
Yeah, that's
That
fair.
only works for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of fun,
Yeah.
how do you want to be utilized?
How do I want to be utilized?
Yeah.
I don't want to say everything, but it really ruins the drama.
Oh, okay.
But I
That's fair.
have a plan to try to sneak around and try to find a way to hurt the accuracy of the weapons or maybe deal with spellcasters in a way.
I guess is what I'm asking is, are we lone rangering this thing? Do you guys have a plan, like you're the dragon group here, right? Do you guys have thoughts?
Sektar is going to speak up and say, whatever siege weapons they possess, we should destroy them quickly.
Can we funnel them in somehow to the pit traps? You know what I mean? Like, so can we? Yes. I don't want to burn your home, but
I don't care about this isn't my home.
If we start some fires, right? Can we funnel them where we want them to go?
Group speaks up and says, I will have men walk to and from nearest road to make it look like path and easy access.
Okay, great, man. Group, you are
Group is so good.
love it.
So good.
Okay,
I'm gonna speak to Alanok.
Yep,
Alanok, I
Yes.
might need your speed and stealth
of course.
because I would like to possibly scout out where in their formation these weapons might be.
Okay.
So,
Do you also want a blizzard by any chance?
well, I don't want to do it. I want to just see where they are because I have an idea. And I'm wondering if we can scout them out, then I can make a plan to possibly have someone drop me off behind the group and I sneak behind and start disabling these ballistas or whatever they are, dragon weapons.
But if you are found out, Krugel.
I'll be dead.
yes.
So the
You're-
backup plan is I would like to help group with the tunneling, and I would like to sneak out from a tunnel to get close enough.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we do reconnaissance and you save the infiltration to when they get here and start shooting.
Would you like me to come with you so I can help you out if you come under attack?
That won't be necessary. I will not get
Okay,
close.
all right.
We will certainly not get close enough.
Just stay high enough and keep it zigzag. Don't go straight.
Yes, I will keep a very
Do some
high
barrel rolls,
altitude.
deflect. You know what I mean?
Who's going to be doing the flying, you or me?
I'm just helping because, okay, it didn't go so well for one of us last time. I'm trying to be protective of
Well,
the
she was the
dragons.
second fastest, and then she smacked.
You guys were so nice 10 minutes ago. What happened? Okay, fine.
Old
Do your
habits
thing.
die hard.
Do your thing. I just want you to know I'm not trying to send you to your death.
Thank you,
Okay?
Krugel. Are you coming with me or not?
Hell yeah, I'm coming with you.
So she turns into her dragon form. She lowers her
was
shoulder,
great.
and she whoosh, launches up into the night air.
God, he's gonna get himself killed.
So you're gone for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a while. Group has a couple of his foot soldiers just running in the woods. Just they disappear and they come back like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, and then they just
And they're
he's
just
got
making
maybe
false paths
not false paths, actual paths that
Right.
lead here.
that lead to pit traps, right?
They're gonna make pit traps.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they also digging a tunnel? Is that
Yes,
that-
they are
that's
also digging a tunnel. So group's plan for you guys, so you know that they are going to bust a path in the woods leading to your encampment, and then along that path they are going to put pitfall traps. And they don't know the weight, but it's whenever a heavy weight passes over it, whatever that heavy weight is going to fall into the trap.
All right. And all the other dragons and Zorob and I are just hanging out right
Yes,
now? All right.
they're still awaiting.
So after they fly off, Zorob, how do you want to be? I mean, what are you thinking here?
Well, I'm thinking a couple things. One, I am nervous about the dragons flying because it seems like most dragon artillery, ballistas and whatnot, it's usually geared for when they're in the air. I don't know if they have that type of stuff on the ground. So part of me feels like
Bannock pipes up and he says, "A grounded dragon is a dead dragon."
okay, but there was this one time where a flying dragon was a dead dragon. And
There were 3 of us against an unknown number of assailants, and we did not know what we were facing.
okay,
This time will be different.
And all right, we know that the what ballistas or catapults or whatever this weaponry is that they have, we know that's the wild card. We know that's the equalizer. We also know that if we have a way to take them out, we win, right?
I think so.
So why don't we put a pause button on that and wait for Krugel to get back and see what he says about the formation and where they're at, and then we can. I'm with you. We need to figure out a way to get our dragons in the air safely.
Yeah. What are your thoughts for you in your plan? What do you?
Yeah, no, my immediate thought is, and Rushhorn's probably not going to like this. My immediate thought is in any battle, there's weak points, right? And my immediate thought is to kind of hold a couple people back, and then where we see weak points, where the fighting is most fierce, that's where our dragons hit. Boom, and we equalize it, right? Mm-hmm. And we push them back, right? I don't know what that's going to force, but if nothing else, it'll save whoever doesn't want to fight and not get us pushed into the sea. And I think in order to do that, someone's got to be in the air surveilling it, which is, like we just said, like that's sucks, but someone's got to do it, right? So I was thinking that Rushhorn and I would be in the air, and when we see something, we call it out.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think that's good. What do you think? I just look up. So what do you think I would be good at?
Sektar pipes up and he agrees with you. He says, "Knowledge is power."
Right.
You know the developments on the battlefield as they happen. Reacting to them can turn the tide.
Yeah. So I mean that's well. All right. So Rob, hold on 1 second. So as far as you guys, there's 3 riders. There's 7 of you guys at this point. 8 of you guys now. How do you guys want to be utilized? What works best for you? And we, with the caveat that we may have to change some stuff when Krugel comes back because.
Teo speaks up and he says, "We should remain airborne for as long as possible and swoop down and attack those high priority targets. Whatever target is dishing out the most amount of damage,
That's where you guys are going. Okay.
that's where we should attack. Think of it as a snowball effect,
Okay.
where we take out the most damage first and then we work our way down the list."
Who's got the best eyesight? I guess I should have asked that before. I assumed Rushhorn and I would be calling stuff out. Who's going to be the best person to surveil and communicate to the rest of the team, this is where we need to go.
Plaz is gonna pipe up.
Oh God.
I was gonna say.
He's gonna say, I don't mean to brag, but I've got pretty good eyesight.
Yeah, and I do
got
too.
pretty good
I can,
eyesight.
I
Be
can
it
see in the
Zorab.
dark really good. I can see in the light really good.
Okay.
I've got these elvish eyes.
Here's whoever is up there has to be clear and concise, right? People's lives are on the line. You cannot be jibber jabbering, and you cannot be. You have to be confident in your call out.
No.
Right?
Nope.
well,
Nope, I'm out.
and for that reason,
I'm out.
We're
Yeah,
out.
we're out.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, we're out. We're not.
Okay. Next.
Eyesight's
So-
not everything,
next-
right?
So Wall pipes up and she says, I suppose I could be aerial intelligence.
Okay. You're the quick one. Sorry, I get you confused sometimes.
Are you being cute with me?
I don't know. Am I?
Make a performance check.
Who's he flirting with?
Let's go.
So
all of them. Anyone. Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Who
They
cares?
have a pulse.
Anyone who's listening,
I was gonna say if they have legs.
Not even a Maidmer is safe.
Does anyone hear me? It's only a 6.
by the way, if you're curious about what a Maidmer is, join our $1 Patreon
Yeah,
and you
dear.
can get access to the Maidmer stat block. It's almost a mermaid.
Yep, Maidmer, almost a mermaid. With a 6, unfortunately.
She doesn't like it.
She's not into it, man.
All right, that's fair. Listen, I get it. Sounds good. You can be clear and concise and confident.
Yes.
I know. All right. You're our eyes. I hate to say this, and I don't want to put this out there, but I'm going to. If Sual goes down, who's our next in line?
Tails pipes up. He says, I will be next in line.
Okay. All right.
So I just have one other thing to say about that. Sawal is still pretty messed up from the last go around. I don't know if that's a factor. How you
I will
feel?
be fine.
Okay.
What about like are you gonna see red when you see Xandar and like screw this, I'm going in?
No, I'm a blue dragon.
Okay. Are you flirting with me? No. Okay.
Make it an insight check.
Back and forth. It's only a 7. I can't.
She's gonna make a deception check. No, you can't tell
I don't
if
know.
she's flirting
All right.
with you or not.
Okay, Zorob.
Yeah.
Where I think you would be really good,
Go on.
I have no freaking clue.
Okay.
The only thought I had is that you are easily one of the most disruptive, chaotic spellcasters I've ever seen. Every day is something new with you. Everything you do is something I don't think should work, and it works, right? Or it does something that benefits us.
Thank you.
So I don't know how to utilize that, how to utilize chaos, besides maybe you getting in behind enemy lines somehow and just wreaking freaking havoc, right? Causing confusion, putting that little crown of whatever you did on that guy way back when.
Oh, yeah, Crown of
right?
Madness.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. So stuff like that. So if you want to lead one of the flanking groups with a couple dragons, that may be something really good for you.
Okay.
And or get with a couple of magic people.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. I never really thought of myself as the chaotic type, but now that you've said it, and I reflect on my last few months with you, I think I know what you're trying to say, and I can help. I can do this.
I know you can.
I can do this.
Are you telling me or are you asking me?
I'm both.
Okay. All right. You can do this.
Okay.
Yes. How long have we been doing this? Is Krugel like
Yeah, so Krugel's still in the air, so let's cut to Krugel now.
Yeah.
Krugel, you.
I do have a question about the definition of creature. Does creature not include, like, let's say, like a ballista,
Correct.
even though it has hit points and you can attack it?
What
I think
are
they
you
count.
trying to do? What is your plan to do?
Well-
if it affects its intelligence, like if you like
If it has to make a saving throw.
I think anything with hit points is a creature or a...
it's like an object.
I'm asking.
Objects.
I'm just asking the two
Ob-
DMs.
so
here,
like
yeah.
you wouldn't be able to cast Crown of Madness on it.
right, not an intelligence one, but like something I don't know, like like a trap type spell.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. Camera cuts to Sawal and Krugel flying high, very, very high above Terra. And she is going to make a perception check. She rolls a 15. So she sees a column of soldiers. You're just too high up for her to tell exactly what is. There's big things moving. She can't tell how many, but there is a big column of. She can see the troops. So Nordov was telling the truth. It's they're starting to move out of Talon's Gate. I don't know if you want to make another check as well.
Well, I want to check if anything else is besides soldiers there.
Okay, yeah, making a perception check. It would be perception. At this time.
16.
With a 16, you can see, you can barely make out things on like wheels that are being pulled and pushed along. They are probably, you don't know how many people it takes, but you can see, you don't know how many.
Okay.
So she pipes up. She turns her head back to you and she says, "It looks like your friend Nordov was in fact telling the truth. They do march south.
Then they will march to their death.
I like where your head is at, Krugel. Shall we turn back and return to your
let's
companions?
go back before we are spotted.
Very well. So she banks in the night sky and heads south. She lands. Now we are back. The trio's back. The band's back together.
Yes.
I just want to have been like we're helping group and like trying to organize stuff.
Yep.
And then the only other thought I had was at some point I wanted group to get all like the leaders back because I wanted to all three of us to be able to talk to them. So if we're all back, that's
once Krugel is back, then all the leaders assemble. There's Thistle, there is Splinterlegs, and Group. There really aren't any other. I'm not going to introduce another character.
You're not like I want to know like names and backs. No,
yeah, no,
that's fine. All right, so group Thistle, Splinterlegs,
and
and the dragons. Okay, and the dragons. All right. So this is the team. A couple things we still have to figure out. Well, one, Krugel, how'd it go?
She's telling the truth.
Okay. Did you number placement of troops or anything like that? Or they just where are they? How far away are they?
They just started leaving Talon's Gate.
All right, we got time, right? All right, okay.
Yeah, probably a day.
All right, roughly a day. Sounds accurate.
Yeah, I would guess a day.
Okay, but no telling. Did you see how many large
columns, and they seemed like they were pulling something.
Okay.
Numerous somethings. I don't know how many. It was dark, and we were high up.
Okay.
We didn't want to
that's
risk
fair.
it, so they're coming.
Okay.
And they have something. They're pulling what looks like something that's got wheels. So.
All right. Was just one of them or like multiple?
It was
multiple,
but I don't know how many.
Okay. A couple things, right? Knowing that they're marching, do we want to try and take the fight to them? I know we just put all this plan in the mace, and I think that this is a great fallback point. Typically, when a combatant is moving, right, it's not a bad time to hit them. So, do we want to try and do some guerrilla tactics here for a little bit and harry them and weaken their numbers?
Wouldn't we? It's like kind of wide open though. There's nowhere to do guerrilla attacks if we can't hide.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm talking about like one main like boom and then back to the like I don't know
So
if
you're
that's going to
saying
help.
start ambush then fall back.
Yeah. Ambush and retreat.
To see if you can like break their ranks, kind of make them panic.
Yeah, I mean any of that, right? Make them hesitant, are they going to do this again sometime?
How do we know that Xandar's not expecting that though? Like they can look like they're not ready for it. But
I think that's good. You're gonna don't do that because you're gonna ask that for everything, right? How do we know he's not expecting all these traps? How do we know?
I'm just saying it sounds like our first instinct is to do something, and then it always fucks up with Xandar. So maybe we have to go left when he goes left.
Yeah, but I don't know when he's going left. I mean, I'm not trying to figure
either,
that. I'm not trying to figure that guy out.
It seems
I
like
control.
it seems like he's always manipulating us in the direction he wants. So we have to figure out a way to do it.
Maybe you're right though. No. Maybe you're right. Do you still have the stone to El Prez? Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know if I threw it in the ocean in a past episode or I can't remember or not. I don't think I did. I think I thought about it, but
Yeah, I think you still have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will find out. If someone has listened knows.
No, you're right. You're right. Let's start putting some of this stuff in motion that we have. We don't have to do that. But I don't know if he would be expecting El Prez to rally her troops.
Isn't she in captivity?
No, where have you been? We freed her. All the siege ships and the giant turtle dragon and.
Wasn't she not there when we got there?
Oh shit, she wasn't there.
There was like a satyr sitting in the chair, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we did kill that guy, didn't we?
Yeah.
Man,
she
where have
wasn't
I
there.
been?
She wasn't there.
Isn't that why
We
we
haven't
went
seen her.
to Talons'
We
gate?
did, yes. We still don't know where she is. All right, next point, though. Do we think we can get to Armor Core there and back in time? I look to the dragons to relay a message and get them mobile.
Sektar is going to pipe up, and he's going to say, while Alanok and Sawal, I'm confident in their flying abilities, can easily get you there and back. An army is only as fast as their slowest member. I doubt any of their numbers would make a difference.
Sure. No.
I just thought of a whole different plan.
Lay it on us.
For falling back. We sacrifice a lot of the people who can't get there, but we fall back to Amarcore, and their little dragon weapons can't roll off into the water and float unless they're boats too.
Right. So we'll
Which would be bullshit.
Agreed. But this was it would be like the DM
Duck boats.
Some boats. That's exactly what I was thinking of. They're like those amphibious tanks.
Just keep on going.
This Xandar guy is really good with innovation.
Unbelievable.
I gotta tell you, Devin, if you put frickin' duck boats in here and you come after us, we're gonna be pissed.
That's ridiculous.
Duck boats. No. I don't want them to rally. What I want them to do is guard our flank, right? So my concern, and Krugel brought up a good point. Every time we zig, he zags. He's one step ahead of us. He's always thinking, he's a master manipulator, right? And we're sitting here planning for a frontal attack. He's got all of his troops coming. It's pretty blatant, right? Anyone can see it. It doesn't take Nord Gemlin. It takes a commoner to see the road, right?
Right.
I'm concerned now about our flank, R6, and my thought process is Amarcore can help with that and guard the sea and that side, right?
Sail the Emrakorian Navy to guard your 6
Can
o'clock.
you use
I w-
Leviathan still, or is he gone?
I don't know how to talk to him. I mean, I have to go. I think it was maybe a one-time thing, but also, if nothing else, they can rally their ships, whatever ship that they have left, and guard our flank a little bit, and also maybe provide an exit for anyone should we need it.
Wait, so
Remember way back when I was forced to be a slave, Zorob?
I remember that, yeah.
We were making metal ships. That's how they got to Amarcore. So they might try and sail the
Right.
water. Should we have someone? Should me and Al not go patrol the waters to see? I just want to ride a dragon.
Yeah, no, I don't see why not. Yeah, if you're okay with it,
I'm fine with it. Alanok, we got more to do.
don't get shot down.
So you're going to patrol the waters?
Just to see if there
Just
are
peek.
ships coming.
Ah, okay.
Within a
But you
day, within a day's sail or so.
But do me a favor.
Yep.
Hit Amarcore Force. Let them know, and then maybe go a little bit further. Right.
So, because Talents' gates, that Westport is on the west coast, right? Obviously, Westport.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so Amarcore is on the southwest coast.
Yes.
Okay, so we can hit up Amarcore,
They-
pass the
theoretically, they would
message,
see
and then
it.
go up and back down.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
We will go to Westport first, and then to Amarcore, and then
fine.
back here.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Don't get shot down.
Oh, I'm touched.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, once again, whoosh, she launches you up into the night sky. So, while she's gone, Thistle is going to pipe up, and she will say, I hear that we're...
The serious battles planning.
Serious battle planning from a fucking fairy.
I forgot what Thistle sounded like.
I haven't heard her in a while.
Yeah.
Rate this as attractive again. How you doing?
So I hear that we're gonna do a flanking maneuver.
I'm sorry, Thistle. It's not. It's. I missed your voice.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
missed you guys.
Thanks.
I wish the times were less interesting.
Well, so do all people who live to see such times. But
Yeah.
I digress.
Anyways, so we're gonna do a flanking maneuver. I'll take the west flank, and then
Splinterlegs pipes up, and he says, I will take the east flank.
Okay.
Okay. Should I go with one of those groups?
Well, so before maybe you, me, and Krugel and the dragons here need to have a separate conversation at some point because
Okay.
ultimately I think what this is going to take is cutting the head off the snake, and I don't. We got to talk about what the best way to do that is. And so my concern with you going that way and Krugel going that way and someone going here and whatnot is we got to decide when it's time to converge and go.
Okay.
Which we can cover that, but I don't know what I wanted. We need to decide bait, first of all. Like, are we going to lure? So there's got to be a body to lure them in, because if they know that no one, I'm sure they have scouts too, right?
Yep.
They know that no one's in the woods, or that all of our troops are on the left and right. It's not going to work. So there's got to be a large enough host in the woods for them to be like, yeah, they're there.
I should lead that group.
Which group? The main, the
Yes.
that's like the death group. What?
I think I can handle it. I think I need to lead that group. Wait, you think they're all going to die?
Well, no, I mean, that's not. I'm just saying it's very dangerous, right? I mean,
Yeah.
It's not going to be literally. You have a wave of enemies coming for you, right? And they're gonna they're gonna hit you, and they have to get in far enough for our flankers to do their job, which is surround them. So there will be a moment in time where their full force is on you.
I have a plan.
Okay, I trust you.
Okay. I can do it.
Okay, I know you can.
I can do this.
I know you can.
Rushhorn speaks up and he says, "We should all know the plan."
Well, I only have like half of it right now. but
You keep thinking about it.
give me
When
a few
Krugel gets
minutes,
back, and we'll chat.
We'll go over it.
Because
Okay.
here's the other thing we need to do, and I would love, Thistle and Mr. Splinter Legs. We at some point need to communicate everything that's going on with the people here, and we need to do that pretty quickly, because those who don't want to fight have got to get the fuck out. So
Agree.
we need to think about what we need to say, what we want to do, how we want to approach that. I would like Krugel to be here because he's pretty good at these things, I feel like. So.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut to Krugel now. Krugel, you're just having the time of your life.
show you the world.
Shining, shimmering splendor. So yeah,
Tell me, Krugel.
So yeah, you're having a splendid time with Alanok the White, just sailing above the clouds.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
It's literally you and Jasmine on a flying carpet. You're rounding Westport now. Make a perception check, and so will Alanok.
Oh, I got a crit fail.
Crit fail. She got an 8. Can't see anything. There's cloud cover, so you have no way of knowing.
That sucks.
So she moves her head backwards and says, "That sucks."
That didn't. Apparently, it's foggy on the coast right now. I don't know what to do. That blows.
Sucks.
That sucks.
Well, we tried. I have a plan on the way to Amarcor.
What?
I have a plan on the way to Amarcor. What to tell them?
Oh, what are we going to tell them?
If when they spot ships, they have a way to signal us.
You need to tell me these things.
I just thought of it right this second.
Okay.
It was as a thought of it. Okay.
Okay.
I thought about it real quick, like you fly quick. So we're doing this good. Yeah, I know. I'm annoying.
You're exasperating.
Yeah, I know, but you're fast and useful, so thank you.
So she swoops into Amarcor.
I sense a connection here. I'm not gonna lie.
So she swoops in to Amarcor.
Sarcastic biatch.
You hear people shouting, "Dragon, Alanok the White approaches. Alanok the White and Ryder." So people
And Krugel.
you swoop in, and people are there to greet you. Walking out, you recognize the purple-skinned tiefling of Ebron, the harbor master, who welcomed you your first time into Amarcor. And he says, "Welcome. What are you guys, Krugel? Where are your companions?"
Preparing for the big battle. Xandar marches on the dead forest on us.
This is news to me.
It was news to us about how much time's ago.
It's probably been an hour.
An hour ago, we were warned. And
Oh shit! It's only been an hour after all this. This is fantastic.
Our most productive.
Yeah, we're gonna drag this out. It's gonna be like the show 24. Each hour of this 20 hours is 20 episodes.
You have made it. You have made it all the way down to Skating back.
It's a small content.
This is small content. Let's go.
I'm a fast flyer.
I mean, she's like a 747.
A Dragon 747.
She goes like 500 miles an hour.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I say, we do not know if they're coming from Westport, where we were suspected of them building ships. I need you to, first of all, send anyone who wants to fight to the dead forest. Second of all, evacuate people who are. Well, I don't know if I need to evacuate them from here. They're an island. But I would like you, as the harbor master, to have a ship ready to set sail to the southern point of the dead forest on the coast. And I tell them the location of our secret base. to warn us ahead of their fleet if they're coming, because I could not see them. There's this intense smoke and fog over Westport. I cannot see in the waters.
He takes a big draw off his pipe. He says, And what if you get surrounded?
If we get surrounded, we can at least know it's coming.
No, I don't mean by any ships. I mean by their land forces. Are you guys gonna wanna you just wanna die there?
Well, unless you want to send some ships to help evacuate.
We only have a couple to spare, but
We've got dragons to fly people.
I guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah. It's better than nothing, but
We've repaired 3 of the Xandarian naval ships that you guys took out. That was sick.
You
by the
got
way.
you got anything you could maybe bug one of the boats with explosions and just drift it towards their fleet if they come?
Not something big.
Oh.
Something small.
Something small to distract them, delay them would be helpful if they do come.
Yeah, they'd probably sink it before it got within distance.
Well, that's fair. Well, what if it's a Xandarian ship? Well,
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
all right.
I'll think of something.
All right. Well, that's what's going on. So, if you can think of a way to possibly warn us if they are coming down the coast in ships too, that would be great.
I'll have 3 ships on the southern coast in 12 hours.
Okay. 12 hours. That's good because they're going to be here in about 19.
We'll be ready.
Give or take, a day.
All right. So he
Okay.
shakes your hand.
All right. Good to
Bids you
see you.
farewell.
Hope I see you again.
You definitely will.
I wouldn't say. Okay. Yeah, we will.
So whoosh, Elenok launches you off into the night again, and you meet back up with your
Hey
companions.
guys, couldn't see shit. But we went to Amarcore.
What'd they say?
They only have 3 ships rebuilt, but they're gonna send them to the southern coast.
3 of the siege ships.
I don't know what kind of ships they were. He said his 3 ships. He said they were Xandarian repaired ships.
All right, yeah. Those are the ones that
So
are
we
beating the
can
shit
use
out of-
those
yes.
as an evacuation if we get landlocked.
Yeah. Are they manned and
Well, I assume someone's got to sail them over here.
All right.
It's just 3 empty ships.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I know you're an admiral, but
I guess what I'm talking about is are they functional as in they sail, or are they functional as in they can do some damage and help us out?
he said he can only do a little, and he
All
said
right.
it would likely be sunk. So I mentioned sending off a ship that can go boom
Yep.
to their fleet, and he said can't do it.
Okay.
It'd probably be sunk before it even reached them.
And honestly, that's a worst case scenario. If we're at the sea, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can fly away, but the other people will be in trouble, and we have to.
I'm not flying.
I feel like
I'm
if
not
we
flying
get
away.
trapped, we have to just go full burn.
Yeah.
Burner, be burned.
All right. We got a lot of work to do, but we still have a couple things to discuss before we get there.
Yes.
While you were gone, Zorob has volunteered to lead whatever section of our troops, and I think these probably also need to be volunteers, are willing to be the main host of the army here that we're going to use as bait
I'm gonna
to draw
choke
in.
on the water I'm drinking when you tell me that. And be like,
I know.
whose idea was that?
Plas speaks up. It was Zorob's. I mean, it's a great idea. Look at him.
So
he's a leader.
he
He's
said he has a
master
plan.
board leader.
I'm
follow
gonna
him.
walk up to Zorab. I'm gonna put 2 hands on his shoulder. I'm just gonna put them there and be like, "You sure?"
Yes. Are you ready to hear my plan?
Yeah.
Plas is right
Fucking
next to
Plas.
me.
Yeah, Plas
We got
is...
Krugel on my shoulder.
You have a plan?
I have
All
a
right,
plan.
I will listen to it.
It
All
is
right.
about time that we hear this plan.
All right, so I have a plan. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to be the bait. However, I need someone else with me. And it's someone very specific.
Is it May?
It's not you, and I'm
Oh,
sorry.
my gosh,
I know.
it's not
I
me?
want it to be you, but it won't fit.
I get
won't
it.
fit.
I get it. I won't. I don't fit. Listen.
What does
Not
that
thick
mean?
thistle.
You'll have to ask. Yeah, ask this one. She'll understand.
Yeah.
Just kidding. This one.
But anyways, yeah, I'm like a hex. I'm like a septagon. Okay, there's 7 sides.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 7 sides to me. Okay, and
Okay.
I don't fit in all.
6 of them crazy.
I don't fit in a circle. Okay, and I don't fit in a triangular
I think
hole.
what he's trying to say is you can't put them in a box.
Yeah, can't be in a box. That's it. I
Can't
get
put
it.
it in a
I
box.
can't. So, you know what? No harsh feelings.
Yeah.
I respect you. You're gonna do great. I believe in you.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
All right,
man.
let's
love
get
you.
a little
I love
bit
you.
back in here into war.
back to the plan. All right,
Please, can we focus?
we're focused. I think we have gotten more done today than we ever have in a very small amount of time.
I would agree with that.
That's good.
And it's alarming.
It is
Fair.
very. But like Krugel has gone on like 3 dragon
Yeah,
rides. He's just-
it's just
Also, and I look over at Rathos and I kind of like half whisper with my hand. I'm like, how many dragons has he been on? Because I feel like I've only been on 1, but I think he's on like 3 or 4.
He's a little dragon slide. Yeah, there's no doubt. They call him the dragon rider, if you know what I mean.
Remember when I tried to pick one? I just went from 1 to 1 to
Yeah.
1 to 1 and like interviewed
He's
them.
he's trying to complete the set. There's no doubt.
Make a perception check. You rate those.
18. I have +2.
Alanok is staring daggers at you.
It's him. I'm
I mean,
not you. Him. What are you gonna do?
She just nods her head.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, come on. It's not you.
So my plan, okay, I am going to be the bait, okay, and I need one particular dragon to be the bait with me. I know that sounds crazy. It has to be Sawal.
Why?
Because they know that Sawal is injured and came back from the dead. So think about it, okay? Because like you said, we're trying to plan ahead and think like Xandar. He is probably so upset that his people were rejoicing at the dead dragon, and we brought it back right in front of them and disappeared. So my plan is for us to be out in the wide open, Sawal and me, and we're going to play dead, okay? And they're going to come in, and they're going to think that she was injured, it didn't last, it didn't work, and she's dead. They're going to come in to inspect right in the center. Bam! That's where Plaz and some others come in and just start messing them up.
Rush One speaks up and he says,
However, if they activate any of Group's pitfall traps, they will know that they are walking into something.
But that's how it starts, right? That's the start, it's to lure them into the traps. And then as soon as something big happens, we've begun.
No, you misunderstand.
Probably.
They will have activated the pitfall traps long before they reach the clearing.
Those are very far away.
Like the pitfall traps are like to harry them, right, and to weaken their numbers and like hopefully get rid of some of this shit before it gets to us.
groups.
But
says,
even
yeah,
still.
Yeah.
But
that
even-
is plan.
Okay. But that's still okay because they're wandering towards. They're going to go to the. So think about it. A few of them say, all right, we found traps, we've fallen in. Some of them have gone away. But then they're going to get to this clearing and they're going to see a dead dragon that they already saw dead before. And they're going to go closer to inspect it, right? They're going to gather into this certain spot.
I do have to butt in, Zorob.
Okay.
If they've activated one trap, what makes you think they won't think this is an obvious trap? They watched her fly away.
Which, and this is what I was gonna say. I think it needs to be so overwhelmingly convincing.
I have that covered.
Okay.
Okay.
I have that covered.
Fireworks?
No. No. Trust me, I have. That's the
So
part I
should we
didn't
put
reveal.
should we put the dragon then in front of the traps or like right behind the first trap?
Well, let's let
Well-
Zorob.
Well, that's the thing.
I
I was
trust
hoping
him.
there's a big trap right next to that that'll even do more. But yeah, don't worry about the convincing. I am convincing. And
No, you're not.
Just
I am.
give us a little more, Zorob. We
I
trust you.
am
We know you.
convincing.
We trust you. We just.
It's our only play. Xandar, Sawal was Xandar's greatest failure so far. Okay?
Are you planning on the side of her enraging him and making him lose control?
Yeah, it's going to make him stop thinking.
It's your funeral. Whatever.
What are you? No, no.
Right, it sounds like he's got this thought out. I don't want to, and I can't. I've done enough. I can't.
Wait,
I can't.
wait.
I can't
Our
change
whole-
his mind.
Wasn't our whole plan
This is the
to
bravest
get them,
he's ever been.
get them into
I-
the middle
I
and
agree.
then surround them with fire, right? Wasn't that what we said?
No, it was to flank them with combatants. For the fire was just to funnel them. Group had that covered, right? Group has made paths to funnel them in.
So we will flank. So that's it. We're luring them into this. Okay,
But-
they will come and inspect Sawal and then the flanking.
But think about the large. Think of like on a military scale, right? And I know that you're young and you haven't had that experience, right? Think
Yeah,
about,
don't
right.
know that.
So think about it on a military scale, right? It's not like there's like 10 guys coming at us. It's like there are thousands of people marching at us, right? Before every army marches, they send out scouts and whatnot, right? So in your plan, at some point a scout is going to see you before an army does.
If
Despite all the
there's-
traps and
if
whatnot.
there's one scout, then one of our, if we have two flanks of people, I hope that they shoot them, pluck them away.
But think about that though. Our flank. This is why it's so dangerous to be the bait. Our flanks have to be far enough away that they are not spotted by those scouts. Like they're not. It's not like a quick thing. It's like there's gonna be a battle with just the bait there for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
You also have to be. It has to be enough to draw in the whole. Like it can't be like great. There's a dead dragon and a dead dragon rider. I don't need to send my whole army in there. I'll just send 50. I mean, I don't know how many people I need to send in. Right? Your thought process is he's going to send in his whole army.
What if they just see your dead bodies and just destroy them with all their fucking firepower?
Right.
I don't think they'll do that.
Okay.
Think about it. You see a dead little animal. Okay. You're not gonna just throw rocks at it. You're gonna go up and inspect it.
I mind if I'm Xandar trying to take over the world.
What if it's a dead animal you saw brought back to life?
What if it's that animal that bit you? Fuck that animal.
You think that someone as powerful and as egotistical as Xandar is going to look at it from afar and just fire ballistas into the dead corpse of a dragon?
He almost killed me by pointing at me.
He's going to walk up to it. He wants to kill it himself. Have you ever seen a bad guy ever? Ever?
Zorob, I love that you're being so brave.
Thank you.
I do feel like it is an unnecessary risk to put just one of us there. And I understand what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to maybe save other people or whatnot, and that's great and noble. I also, ultimately, I don't know if it's enough to get the job done, which would put more people at more risk.
What?
Like I'm worried that it's. I don't. You had a connection with Xandar. You wore that freaking thing, so maybe you know him more than I do. I mean, I don't know.
He's trying to be the bait to set off the biggest traps. My concern is if you only trap one person, it blows it. So, if a scout comes up to the dragon, that activates the trap, or you can play dead, and then if God forbid the scout tries to kill the dragon, then the dragon just pop up and eat him.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's my point. Is
Okay.
if it's one scout, we're not asleep.
No.
The dragon will just eat the scout and we'll lay back down.
Wait, you're right. No.
Yeah.
He's right. But let's
We'll send out the dragons as old people to be like, I'm lost. Where are you guys? And then just
let's twofold this, right? So Xandar thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, right?
Yes.
Let's convince him he is, right? That's a great idea. Let's have that be the trap. And let's have our other not the flanks, but another group of people, dragon riders, combatants, whatever you want. Let's have them be kind of hiding, but not super well, right? So at some point your trap is going to be sprung, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think it's probably not going to be the whole man. If it is a whole man army, then you've won. Then you're
might
correct,
not
right?
be.
Then you won. But if it's not, we spring that trap.
Yeah.
Great. Then Xandar thinks he's sprung our trap, right? And then he sends in his whole army.
Yeah.
And my point is, let's not make that be a thing.
trap to lead
a
into
trap
a
within
trap.
it. You got it. A trap within a trap. Yeah. So
Yes.
we have bait, and then we converge, right? We save you because you've sprung the trap, and they've sent in whatever. We converge.
Yeah.
And then he sends in the rest of the army, and then the rest of our... Because we outnumber them, right? I mean, we have numbers.
Yes.
Let's utilize that. A trap within a trap.
I love it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And if it gets my plan when they all come in and it commences, I jump on Sawal and I get out. Right? I ain't stupid.
Well, not if you're the trap within the trap. If you're the trap within the trap, you sit there, you act like you've won. We send up a convincing roar.
Yes.
Xandar sends in the remainder of his troops, and then we flip them the bird, and we call in our flanks, and we end this thing.
Okay.
Thoughts, dragons? Thistle?
Sektar is going to pipe up and he's going to say, so, if I understand this correctly, Zorob and Sawal are going to play dead in the middle of our abandoned encampment.
It's not like they haven't done it before.
Your hope is that Xandar will approach you and think that he's won, and he wants to claim his prize.
Yes.
When Xandar approaches, a small force of us, I'm assuming, the dragons.
The dragons, I was hoping that some of our vast army... I mean, I didn't think Xandar himself was going to be as so blatant to walk up. If that's what happens, then great. And we'll take that fight, right? If not, I was expecting him to send in a small portion of his army, which is when part
Then
of our army would converge.
part 1 of the trap would be some of the Dragon Riders converge on the smaller force. Xandar sends in all of his force, and then the flanks
You got
fold in.
Yep. And we have, who was in the air? Zawal?
Sawal's going to be with me.
Who was in the air?
Tomo.
Tomo.
Not Tomo, I'm sorry.
Teo?
Teo.
Teo's in the air, calling out shots. We have the Dragon Riders as bait, maybe one or two other dragons. Teo's calling to the other dragons to reinforce the flank and or us as needed. And the hope is that the main force, we push them back, right? Because their attention will be divided by the flanks. We push them back straight into Xandar, and we end the thing.
Why don't we just collapse the flanks regardless?
I mean, that's what I mean. That's going to happen. What do you mean collapse the flanks regardless?
Do not wait for Xandar to send in any forces or anything. Once he gets as close as he's going to get to Sawal and Zorab, make it easy. There is one action item and the flanks
Because then you're saying you have Zawal and all of us as bait, and as soon as he gets as close as he's going to get, we just crash the flanks in.
That's it.
Doesn't matter. I guess if that happens, like if he gets to a point where our flanks are going to be successful, right? I was thinking he was going to be waiting outside the dead forest in a little bit, and it was going to take something to get his main army in there where our flanks would be useful. But if he's going to march his whole damn army into the dead forest, then yeah, why not? And that's what we need to do. I think part of it's going to be loosey-goosey, right? Part of it's going to be Teo. I hope you're up for it. Is it Teo? Teo or Tomo? I can't remember now. Teo. I hope you're up for it because it's going to be a lot of communication on your part, right? I mean, there's going to be shit's not going to go right, so we're going to have to think on the fly. So I think it's all good. I think we have a good strategy. I think Zorab and Sawal are going to be the main bait. I think we have a couple, I don't want to speak for you. I'll obviously be part of the secondary bait that jumps in and helps save Zorab if he needs it, and also draws in Xandar's other crowd. If we can get a couple other Dragon Riders, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So I'm going to be trying to, once the traps are sprung and there's chaos and distraction, I'm going to be trying to disrupt the dragon destroyers. And once we get the flame going, that's when I want to take flight and start shooting wraith combustion.
But before that, you can be part of the trap, right?
Well, I was going to help spring some traps with group, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I should help be with, because I was going to have group tunnel me so I can pop out of the ground.
Okay.
As the
Are you not, where's your, are you not going to be with your dragon?
With Sectar?
Yeah.
Sectar,
He's like, I got a new dragon
No.
now.
Which one is my guy now?
all right, I need to talk to the dragons.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Because I'm trying to go to deactivate whatever it was in Talon's Gate that shot down Sawal and the other.
Which is, I think,
so. But I need someone possibly with me under maybe some help of stealth amidst the chaos to be my escape out if I get into too dangerous a situation. Because me just running around in a giant army by myself is not going to work. I need to be within a certain distance, but not really close. But I also have a couple where I need to try to guide maybe one of the wheeled vehicles we saw into a certain spot. So I might need a diversion tactic with me. And then I need possibly, once the flames are going, to shoot my raining arrows of explosion on.
yeah, death. I've been hit by one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Rushhorn is going to pipe up, and he's going to say,
In battle, overcomplication leads to death. You are overcomplicating things.
I have a plan to deactivate, and if it doesn't work, my plan is to hit the skies and start raining fire. How's that for simplifying?
Stick to the second part.
Okay.
You can deactivate these weapons from the air.
That's very true, I think.
If we cannot, we will land on top of them and crush them.
That's fine. If you can get me within, I
don't know. I kind of
120 to 90 feet.
No. I kind of like it though. You and
I don't have to be right up on.
right. You and Sectar, you used the tunnels to get close to a couple of these bad boys, and then you pop out, do some damage.
I'm going to be setting traps and running away. I'm not going to be waiting for them. I don't have to be there to activate them.
Then set
Oh, then
them
go
now.
set them now.
Then
Yeah.
set them
Go set them now.
We
yeah.
have to try to lure them into it, or otherwise it's going to fail.
Group's got that covered, right? Group has you've
I
funneled
have
these. He's funneled these things.
All right, when the time comes and I need to set the trap, group, lead me out in your tunnels, and I will set the traps.
Okay, got it. So more prep work to be done there. So can I count on you after all the prep work is done to be part of the bait?
Yeah, sure. Are you with a flank? Am I with a flank? I'm with.
I think that the flanks are going to be led by
Okay.
Thistle and
Yeah.
So we're all going to be part of the bait in the middle.
I think that we're all going to be part of the bait. I think that we're going to have dragons to support the flanks and us as needed. And the thought process is once our trap is triggered, the flanks enter in. The traps have already gone off at that point, hopefully weakened the aerial assault that our dragons are going to be receiving. And then we push these assholes right back into Xandar's face and do what we do. Everybody okay?
Yep.
Bannock pipes up and he says,
You should not let any escape. The flanks must converge and surround the enemy.
Okay. Well, yeah. It's war. So yeah. Right now, we'll see what happens when Xandar's down. But until
We
Xandar.
have to finish Xandar here.
Yeah, no, I'm
Or
with
if
you.
he escapes.
I'm with you. When Xandar goes down, though, you can't be going around eating people, right? I mean, if they're still fighting you, sure. But if they're like, no, I give up.
Can he eat the? Well, aren't most of them undead?
Well, they're automatons, so I guess you could eat all those. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know who he's got with
It's
him.
it's like a crab. You break out the shell and still
You
flesh
just
on the
suck-
inside.
Yeah, you
know
just
what
suck.
I mean?
Yeah, you suck it out like a
Put a bunch of
crab
Like
claw.
butter in it.
It's like
Butter
fucking
it.
shooting oysters, okay?
Freaking
you just
great.
gotta shuck the bodies
I
and
love
you're
it.
fine.
Honestly, we may have just solved this whole food shortage thing for you guys. I mean,
At least for me.
all right, we have a plan, and I'm going to run it back real quick. Right, group has been building funnels, we'll call them, to lead their troops to certain places. Also, maybe making pit traps. Krugel is going to go set his traps as needed to take care of some of the heavy armor.
It's really just a couple. It's nothing.
Just a
special.
go, but he's going to go do it.
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to Zorob play dead with Zawal when the
Yes.
time comes. Teo is going to be in the air. Sektar, Rushhorn, Plaz, and Zawal are going to be with us on the ground. I'm just assuming that, and you guys, dragons, correct me if I'm wrong, are going to be there with us. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 3 dragons to utilize.
Alanok, Bannock, Rintog.
Thank you. Alanok, Bannock, and Rentog.
Should we have one with each flank?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or at least close by. They don't have to be airborne yet until we know what the hell we're dealing with as far as weaponry.
But I feel like a dragon protecting each flank
Agreed.
will help
Yep.
reduce.
And then a floater. And then, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
someone that's going to go wherever they're
Float around.
Yeah, wherever they're needed. Yeah.
A dragon floater.
I think Bannock, my vote would be Bannock to be the floater just because you're a pretty fierce looking dude. So
Yeah.
I think that
Thank
if you could appear in
you.
multiple spots, it may, hinder their efforts and really spark a nice jolt in our guys. So
Yeah.
Rintog pipes up.
Yep.
She says, I will take the west flank. Alanok says, I will take the east flank with the ferry.
where's Thistle?
Thistle's there. With you.
No. Which flank is she?
She's the east flank.
She should have
her
both
and
flanks.
This guy.
Sorry,
Is that Jeff or Rathos?
I know. That one was Jeff. I apologize. All right, we have a plan. We have a lot of work to do. We have traps to set. We have tunnels to help build. We
Yeah.
also, before we get to doing that, we have troops to organize. We need to say something. I'm
not a Krugel speech.
Here's the deal. I'm all for asking for volunteers. I don't want to make these people. I don't want to make them fight, but it is their home, right?
Rushhorn speaks up and says,
Why not?
Well, yeah, I knew you'd say that, you son of a bitch. Because the people who choose to fight are going to fight better than the people who are forced to fight. Rushhorn. So
I believe that choice has already been made for them.
I understand. I think it works better if we convince them they're the ones that made it versus Xandar making it for them. So I guess what I'm really saying is, what do you guys want to tell these guys? Or do you have something you want to say? I'll get up and say a little bit, but I think if we all stand unified with a couple of dragons behind us, it would...
Sektar pipes up and he says, not a couple, all. And we tell them nothing but the truth.
I think my words would be best left right before the action, not 12 hours ahead of time.
Okay. All right, I like that. Okay.
We can stand behind you, Rathos.
Okay.
Well, you say it.
Aren't you the performer?
Yeah, I was expecting somebody
You
else.
just freaking did a rock concert.
I'm
man.
the. I mean, I could say something. That's fine.
Yeah, but this
I've
is
talked to
war.
before.
What if,
Okay.
what if
This
you sing some campfire songs about how Xandar is not great and dragons are not gross?
How about this? I will hum behind you
boy.
while you give the speech.
No.
All right,
Let's try it. Yeah, it's fine.
I need a second. Can we go like? Can you guys group? I'm sorry, I've treated you like this mule who has to go and gather everything. I apologize. I'm gonna go.
No.
out.
what they're good at. It's what they're good at.
Yeah, if you could go and round up as many people as you can, I'll go and do that as well. We'll all go and round up everyone and get
Yes.
everyone in a place. All right.
People of the dead forest start to gather around you.
So as I look out, can you paint me a picture of who's there? Like, is it? And I guess what I'm asking is it people from particular spots in within Terra, or
Yes.
is it?
So there's people from all the city-states, really. There's some deserters from Talence's Gate that have had enough, that don't buy into the Xandarian way. There's people from Gameta. There's loyalists there's Conanites from Tenosian Conanites that, don't believe in Crom Highstock's way, that, he murdered the king outright, and they don't follow that. There's a few displaced Amricorians. This, again, is just a hodgepodge. There's just people from all different walks of life that just want Terra to go back to the way they want their Terra back. They don't want the Xandarian way.
I'll kind of gather everybody around, and before they're all waiting for us, I know, but before we do that, I mean, we've worked really hard, right? What are we talking about? We have, after this, we're doing a long rest, or we got to go back to work?
No, after this, you can do a long rest.
All right. I know we've worked pretty hard over the last couple hours.
Yeah.
Before I go out there and tell people they've either got to, nut up or shut up or fight or go home.
Mm-hmm. That's what Mother used to say.
to you and your brother, right? We'll get into that.
Yeah, I don't.
Any other last words or thoughts or anything?
We need a constant patrol at night, a rotation,
Okay.
in case they send scouts out while everyone's asleep.
Okay. We'll get into that. Let's figure out who we have to stay. I was thinking more of anything that you want me to tell them.
Is there anything we want you to tell who?
When he does that, I'm going to just turn.
And it just pans to behind, like there's Zora. And it just pans out slowly to a bunch of people behind Zora.
Or nobody.
They've all left.
Nobody's behind you. Oh, where'd everyone go?
Either one is fantastic.
Yeah, they're all behind Zora. Up to who? And you're like,
There's Plaz sticking his tongue out.
Tongue out? Oh my god.
It's just
Sideways like muffin.
To them.
Yes.
To them. I think Rathos, go with your heart.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You?
if I feel to chime in on your moment, I will. But I'm going to let you take the lead.
It's not my moment. I just want to get these people to fight
To
for us.
work or to fight?
Yeah,
Is this
bo-
the fight
both.
speech
Both.
or the work to before the fight
Both.
speech?
Both.
Because
This is the fight.
I'm like talking like the hours here.
Oh no, this is the. I'm convincing them to stay and fight.
I will speak later.
The fighting has not come. All right. Okay. All right. At that point, I'll be like, all right, let's go. Here we go. And I'll turn and I just want to
Hiya, folks.
Yeah. I do just want to take a moment to look out, and then I think I'll probably what are the dragons all behind me, or are the dragons yet? Or I think I probably told them. Let me scratch that. I've told them to just be in old people form.
Yeah.
And I want to have production, right? I want to have once I break, I want to have Zorob on one side and Krugel on the other.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'll just take a moment to look out, and I'll let the silence hang for just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I will probably Like, just nod as I look out at him for just a second.
Yeah. Someone yells out, Xandar sucks!
He does. Fuck that guy, right? Thanks for easing the moment there, whoever you were. If you haven't figured out yet, shit's happening, and Xandar's coming, and he's coming here, and he's coming for us. And I'm gonna point to Zorob, I'm gonna point to Krugel, and I'll point back to the dragons, and he's coming for all of you. And that's not gonna change whether we're here or not. He wants you because you have refused.
I realize that's a bad idea.
thank you.
So I stopped.
I'm gonna take the hilt of Crom's sword and just kind of shove it into his ribs while he does that.
Yeah, and then
He wants you because you have refused to live how he says to live. You have refused to cave in to his demands, and you have refused to be Xandarians. He is coming. It doesn't matter if we're here. It doesn't matter if they're here. He's going to come for you. He's going to come for your families. He's going to come for your cities. He's going to come for your loved ones. And quite frankly, you alone are not enough. I alone am not enough. Them alone, and I'll have them, can I snap my fingers and I want them to turn into fucking dragons. Boom, boom.
All the way down there, all the dragons are now looming behind you.
I don't even know if they're enough. But I think maybe, just maybe, that all of us together, we can get the fucking job done. I am not going to lie to you and tell you that it's all going to be hunky-dory. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not going to say that everything that we have ever done as Dragon Riders has been perfect. I'm not going to say that we've never messed up, because we have, and we've felt those consequences. I messed up before I was a Dragon Rider. I've messed up so many times. These guys, they'll tell you they've never messed up, but they've messed up too. You guys have fucked up, I'm sure, in your life.
You're losing them.
I'm not losing them. Easy. Give me a second, Griggle.
I whisper that to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Let him talk!
But the point is, I'm still here. They're still here. Despite all of our fuck-ups, despite those consequences, we're still here. And you're still here, okay? Don't let Xandar be the fuck-up that sends you on your way. Let's stand up one more time. Let's face the consequences, whatever they may be, and let's live through the day. Let's take Terra back. And then I'm going to pause to see what they do.
Make a performance check with advantage.
You're running fright.
With advantage?
Yes.
All right, that is a dirty 20. Hold on.
Okay.
It's good.
That's a 21.
Ooh.
With a 21, you can hear very softly one person is beginning to chant, kind of under their breath as this stillness hangs over the air. But they are chanting, and then slowly other people start chanting. And then the crowd is going nuts. They are chanting all in unison, and they are chanting one word: believe.
I hand my sword to Razor and be like, hold it up.
Oh, is this
It's
Crom sword?
Hold it up.
All right, so I'll take, as they're chanting, I'll take a second and I'll just look at it and I'll close my eyes because I'm feeling that shit. And then I'll hold it up for whoever knows who Crom is, and that's all I'm gonna do is just hold it up.
Yeah.
And,
So a couple people yell out, "Fuck Rob!"
so when they do that, I think I'm gonna, I'll hold it up a little bit longer, and then I'll look left to Zorob and look right to Krugel, and I'll just say it's time to get to fucking work, and then we'll turn around and go because we got our army.
Okay, I'll take my sword back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So group is going to roll with advantage. Group rolls an 18 for his traps. Why don't you all roll to see how well your planning has gone?
My first roll of the night.
Yeah.
Ooh. What kind of roll is it?
Intelligence.
It's a check.
Intelligence. Okay.
It's a crit fail,
4.
Yeah.
which is a 5 on my part.
Man.
I got a 17.
Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. We'll see. Group did roll an 18 with his traps. So we'll see what
I was
happens.
smart
Two
to go
good
with
traps,
I was
and
smart
yeah,
to
we'll
want
see
to
what
go with
happens.
Krugel. I mean, Group. I am Krugel. Jesus.
The reaction of the crowd, it seems like there are no deserters.
Okay. Awesome.
There's no one. People have it figured out that this is it. There's nowhere else to run. There's the ocean behind them.
Okay.
They're not going. They can't go anywhere else.
So once we figure that out, I guess most of the day is going to be like I want to have gone through with whoever's going with me, of course, and kind of split up and with Thistle and Splinter and whoever, like troops here, troops there.
Yep. And they're
heading that way.
They are breaking out into their subgroups.
I also wanted to go catch the armor smith that made my red dragon armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to go catch him, and I want to get that. I want to bring it to Krugel if I can.
Yeah.
All right. So you look dirty. You've been digging holes and doing your shit. Yeah. What?
Trying to save the world.
I hear you, man. Listen, busy. This is awkward for me because I feel like we yelled at each other not too long ago, and I
put my hand on his shoulder, stop his story, and go, "I'm sorry," and that it's good. We will die together.
Man, it's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. All right. Anyway, hey, what type of armor do you wear? Like, can you wear
It's
scale-ish armor? Great, because I have dragon scale armor here. I originally had this made for someone different. It was actually me, but I don't think it's going to help me very much because I already have dragon scale. Look at me. I'm a dragon. And I think it would look really, really good on you. So I would like you to have it.
Is this the Rushhorn scale?
This is the Rushhorn scale armor.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I would like you
Are
to
the
have
dragons with you, like following you around? Is it just you?
I assume they kind of are.
it. I always assume they
I can
kind
picture
of are, I
Rushhorn
guess.
just criticizing everything
Well,
we're doing.
so yeah, Rushhorn is gonna just look at you like mouth agape, like
You stole it from me, and
You,
you're just
you
giving.
can't wear it. Sorry. This guy.
I know he's always kind of
He's there.
He's always offended.
Yeah. Listen.
Panic smiling. Panic's into it. He likes it when you piss him off.
Yeah, Rushhorn. You can't wear it anymore. I realized what I did was very inappropriate. I don't know what I was thinking, quite frankly. But I think it is going to help, hopefully, save Krugel some hurt, pain, and maybe his life, and also maybe save all of us. So, congratulations, Rushhorn. You're the savior of Terra.
Lovely.
I figured you'd like that.
So you're giving me a dragon
only
scale
comes in red.
armor. Does any other dragons want to donate to my cause of my armor?
Panic goes no.
I could use a black scaled helm.
Oh, man, that would be so
That'd be pretty cool.
And I could use a half-orc rug.
This guy.
Yeah, that was a good move. Though. That was nice. I like that. That's fair.
I just nod and go. Okay. Fair.
All right. Listen, it sounds like you're going to be
I was a human once.
you're going to be busy. I'm going to be busy, and at some point we will obviously see each other again. But just in case, which is not going to happen, it's been something. It is.
Cordial.
It's been.
For me, it's cordial.
I have to be honest. I have had, and this is going to be corny, and I know it is because I don't, it is what it is. I've had a lot of first mates in my life. You were the first one I've ever looked at and been like, that's more like my brother than first mate. So anyway, good luck. Don't die. We'll see you later.
Yes, Captain.
Arr. Asshole.
I was
actually
waiting.
say that?
I was
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
all night to say that. When you were giving the speech, I'm treating him like he's the leader of this ship. Okay, yes, Captain.
100%. When he says that, I'm like, asshole, and I turn around and walk back. Yeah. That's it. I don't go find Zorop yet. That's all I
Okay.
want.
Sad.
Krugel, are you
Don't
doing
worry.
anything to set anything up?
I'm gonna look at Rushhorn and I'm gonna put the armor right on in front of him and be like, I didn't do it, but I gotta admit, I kind of think I look good in red.
He just shakes his head. He just shakes his head. He doesn't know how to respond to that.
I gotta say, red is beautiful, Rushhorn.
Thank you. But you're still wearing my skin.
You change out of yours regularly, so it's fine.
Zorab, are you
I'm
doing
just
any-
like, let's just needle them right before the battle. Just
just
piss
get
them off a
them
little
real
bit. Yeah,
angry.
just piss them all off.
Zorab, are you doing anything? Or do you have any plans or anything that you want to
Does
talk
this scale armor do anything? Is it heat resist, fire resistance?
fire resistance.
Okay.
And it's gonna whatever scale mail you have, like whatever
The standard I started with.
standard
probably.
you started with. Yeah, we'll say it's a +1, so it gives you +1 armor class.
Okay.
Probably just broke the fucking game,
Right.
and it gives you. Yeah, look, Jeff. It's like, nah, it's fine, dude.
Fine.
Make it +2.
Honestly, it's dragon armor. Like, I earned that shit. Come
Yeah,
on.
you did. So it's +1 dragon armor, and it has fire resistance. We'll say.
So did I see Rathos going and talking to Krugel? Like, was that all like in the common area, or did you guys like step aside or whatever?
No, I think that we're just out and about. I just assume everyone is like going kind of crazy and everywhere.
Yeah.
So I just went and found him wherever he was. So wherever you are, you probably saw it. Yeah.
So I want to find Sawal.
Okay.
Is she here?
Yeah, she's just mulling
Perfect.
about.
So I want to go up to Sawal and say, hey, Sawal, I know this was a big ask of you to be the bait with me. I know that's not something you signed up for. I know you've been through a lot lately, but I need you to try and trust me. It's scary for both of us, I think, but I do think it is the best way for us to try and make this successful.
I have to be honest, Zorab. I don't believe your plan is going to work the way you think it will.
Well, they usually don't, but I do think that this one, we have to try something.
Yes, I agree.
We have to try something, and my hope is that if it gets bad, I hop on you and we get out.
That may be hard to do, since those dragon killers, or whatever they are designed to kill me specifically.
Yes. I know. I get that. And we have help.
Yes,
We have
do.
help. Have faith in me. And we're going to try our best. We had to do something.
Yes, I agree. Make a persuasion check.
24.
Let's
Damn,
go.
dude, with a 24, she goes, I trust you, Zorab.
Thank you.
I trust you with my life this time. Again.
Again.
And she smiles.
Definitely smile back. I do smile back because I'm proud because I brought her back from the dead. Not a lot of people do that to a dragon.
No, certainly not. But yeah, so I trust you, and if the plan goes the way you expect it to, Zorab will not see this coming. Xandar will not see this coming.
No.
Boy, oh boy. That's not what you want to hear. Yes. That's right. I don't think he will. I truly believe that he is so blinded by his own power that he's going to walk right into this.
I hope.
Me too. And then I give her a hug like on the dragon leg. Just like hug around it and say, all right.
She like wraps her neck around you a
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Roll for hug.
Roll for hug.
Only in
Ooh,
D&D.
15. I got a 15.
I got a 5, so
Roll
together
for
that's a 20. So
All right, we hug.
we hug. Great. That's awesome.
All right, and then I give her a little nod, and I walk off and look for my lovely companions.
Rathos, you said you weren't looking for Zorab just yet.
Yeah, I mean, if the next thing we're gonna do is sleep and then fight at some point before we sleep or take our long rest, I do want to go and find Zorab.
Okay. Yeah. Now
So now's
would
the
probably
time,
be the time.
So I will probably go to Zorab whatever Zorab is doing.
He just got done hugging.
He just got hugging.
Sawal,
Yeah.
so,
So, yeah, I'm gonna wait until I don't interrupt that moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be respectful and like, all
Your
right.
turn.
Yeah. So my turn now. Hi. Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
It's emotional.
Yeah, it's not every day you fight an army and save the world. So
I really hope and believe that we're going to do this.
no. I do. I do. I do. I don't hesitate because of that. I 100% believe we're going to do that. My concern for you is, and quite frankly has always been, what comes after. I don't know if you know this, right? But Krugel and I are kind of crusty sometimes, kind of hard-shelled, if you will. Mostly Krugel, less so me. I'm like
He's crusty.
Sure. Yes. You
Careful.
Krugel pops out of the tree.
Yeah, right. Oh, damn. Where'd you come from?
Yeah.
You are
Some bait you are.
I think that you've been our compass for a very long time, and I don't think we would be here without you. And I think part of the reason you're so good at that is knowing where you came and what your goals were, or where you came from and what your goals were. And I think before we do this, you need to know a couple of things, because I do think you are going to make it out of this. You are going to save the world, and then you're going to have to do something.
Okay.
You are going to have to find something called the Loot of Revival. Does he still have the book?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You are going to have to find something called the Loot of Revival, and you are going to have to bring back your brother. I know. So as soon as he starts to be like, because he's said it a fucking million times, I know that you do not remember that. Okay? Let me tell you a little story about what I remember.
Okay.
I remember coming to Terra from Neverwinter. Is it a half elf? Is that what he was?
Who, me?
Wood elf.
Wood elf. A wood
With
elf.
Look at me! I know, sorry. I remember coming to Terra from Neverwinter with a wood elf named Robzor. We got hired by a man named Goric to hunt some fucking bears. And I'm like laughing as I say it, because it's like just the most ridiculous thing. And we were just trying to make some coin. And then we went into the Dead Forest, and all hell broke loose. And Robzor got killed by an Ankeg.
Okay.
And then I remember making out of that alive, mainly because of Robzor. He basically saved us that day.
Sounds like a good guy.
It does sound like a great guy. And we went back to, I love how Zorob is not connecting Robzor with
Yeah, that's not connected.
that sounds like a great guy. Then we made it back to Gameta, and we had a funeral for Robzor, and honestly, all hell broke loose there. But do you remember meeting me at all? Do you remember the funeral?
So
You remember a funeral,
okay,
but it's not someone that you remember.
Gotcha.
You just remember being there for a funeral.
You remember?
do
Yeah, you
remember-
popped out. There was
yeah.
that undead guy. Krugel was there. He popped out of nowhere. Right, it was this big thing.
yeah, I do remember.
Yep, that's
Finding you guys
where it all started.
I'm not in this conversation, correct?
Yeah, no, you're.
Okay,
You're
okay.
I don't think so.
No, I wanted to make sure I didn't just make a comment.
That guy, that funeral, Robzor, the person who saved me in the Dead Forest in the very beginning,
Okay.
he was your brother. That is why you are here. That is why you're on Terra. That is why you are a dragon rider. And I know you don't remember.
Yeah.
And I need you to look past that logical part of your brain, past that remembrance, and I need you to try and trust what I'm telling you is true. Xandar fucked with your brain like he fucked with mine, like he's fucked with everybody. You have a brother. He is the reason you are who you are right now. And I think at some point, you may be the reason he becomes whatever he becomes, but my point is that you have a purpose beyond all this, so you've got to make it out of it. Because you're the best of us.
Wow. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, and I don't even know what to do with this information. And as I'm saying this, I go through like my bag. So I know we talked about the Book of Revival, I think last time, right? Krugel brought it up. Mm-hmm. And as we're sort of standing there, I take a look and I sift through the pages because I can't really make the connection in my head. Why do I write this book?
Yeah, you remember getting it from you remember finding it at
Yep.
the Demisian Grand Library, but you don't remember why. You just remember like, oh wow, this is a book. This is cool.
Yeah.
You took the book.
So I'm sifting through the pages and looking at the purpose of the book, and in my head starting to think like Rathos never lies to me, right? Like he'd never leave me astray. It sounds ridiculous, but at this point I think I'm starting to believe you. So I look up and I'm staring down at the book, and I look up and I say I don't even know what to do with this information, but
You'll figure it out. After all of this,
we'll figure it out. And we all need to get out of this alive. My goal is to make it through this. And I think we can. I think we have what it takes between us and Crazy Krugel. Somehow we make it work.
yes, we do. That's why you're the best of us.
Oh
So-
my god. And so
Just be careful out there, and also kick some ass. Do what you do.
I'm gonna take that chaos that you talked about, and I'm gonna make it work.
I love it. All right. Good luck.
I give him a hug instantly.
I hug him. I hug
Yeah.
him back. Yeah, 100%. Hard hug.
Hard.
Hard. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
It's more of a grope than a hug.
More of like a really my right hand cupped
Oh
in
my
I'm
God.
Just, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Rathos has always viewed Zorob as a little bit of like a surrogate son. So he's
brother.
more. It's more no son. More
Son.
brother.
That's even
more
weirder
like a
now
son.
that you said that other comment.
Sorry. It's got Deadpool written all over.
I was
it. All right.
I was laughing to myself because the whole time picture you telling all this and just Krugel just seeing Zorob crying, running in the woods after hearing all that.
I was teary-eyed, definitely teary-eyed through that.
Yeah.
Just picture someone telling you have a brother that you have amnesia, and so you forgot about it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that is how
It's
I felt.
rough.
Yeah,
That sucks.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
But also, you need to know it before you go and start risking your life and doing a bunch of shit.
yeah.
Unless Krugel, are you going to do anything before the long rest?
I'm gonna be walking alone
Ooh.
in the woods, contemplating thoughts and things. You know, dangerous Krugel.
Yeah.
to go into his mind and think.
Classic Krugel. Can we just see Krugel like just walking sporadically around
Yeah.
in circles?
Yeah, as you're talking.
It's almost like paranoia.
Classic
Like I'm
Krugel.
waiting for it to start early or something. Like I'm just keeping like this never-ending lookout because
Vigil.
I'm like, I just want to get to it at
Yeah.
this point. Like I don't want to think anymore. I just want to have this happen. So and figure out what my fate is in all of this. So
Yeah.
Can I cast Find Steed before my long rest so I have Eclipse?
Sure.
But I don't
Yeah.
have the spell slot for Eclipse.
Yeah.
I want to cast Find Steed.
Sure.
So I want to bring Eclipse before I pass out.
Yeah, so before
right
you
next to
all, it's late afternoon. The final sun is starting to set. Final star is starting to set on the horizon. You cast Find Steed and Eclipse. Good dog, bad dog, probably good dog, right?
We can roll.
We can
It
roll
doesn't matter
for
to
it.
me.
Yeah, roll for it.
I rolled a 2.
Good dog.
Okay.
Good dog. Good, which is I think fitting.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's fitting. Good dog Eclipse boosh, pops up. The big old direwolf, but she's a good direwolf this time.
Oh.
Feels good.
So yeah, so she's gonna cuddle up next to you as the sun begins to set. Zorob, do you have any final words?
No, Zorob's definitely gonna go off on his own a little bit and go get ready to meditate and really think about what Rathos said. Couple of quick thoughts go through his head. I mean, one, he is starting to believe that, hey, they're not just dicking around with me, like sounds because at first, like,
To be
he
fair,
really-
we were dicking around.
yeah,
with
at first he really thought like they were just being jerks.
Right.
But this is the first moment where he goes and he pulls out the book, and Rathos has this real heart-to-heart before a giant war where they're possibly going to die. And he's like, all right, this might be a real thing, right? And
Right.
so that's going through his head, as well as just prepping for the war, prepping with, mentally being bait with Sawal. So a lot of thoughts going through his head. Peaceful though, serene, like just sitting, relaxing, trying to get in tune with like what's going on around him and just thinking it through.
All right, cool. And then Krugel is just pacing around. All right, so I think that's where we'll end it, gentlemen. So, thank you, listeners, for tuning in to another episode of Almost D&D. The theme song we use is The Red Dragon's Inn by Derek and Brandon Victor. All background ambiences and in-game music is provided by Michael Gelfi Studios. You can listen to us anywhere you can find a podcast. For our website, email, and social media, check out our Linktree link in the episode description. This podcast is directly supported by our patrons, such as Emran Dragonfang. Thank you so much, Emran. Without your support, this podcast would not be possible. If you want to support our podcast, our Almost a Hero tier size is just $1 a month. That's where you get access to Post D&D, where the cast of Almost D&D discusses what just happened in the latest episode. If you want to influence our campaign directly, join our Almost a Master tier for just $5 a month. Most of the time, I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Devin Allard. Rotating clockwise around this large and egregiously sized table, we have...
I'm Rob, is Rob.
I'm Chris Krugel.
I'm Jeff as Rathos.
And we will see you all next time.